Nella, you have some beautiful music out now. What are some of the musical influences you had though when you were growing up?
Quite a few because my musical taste is very eclectic. My parents traveled a lot when I was younger, and so my musical taste would go from French music to American blues and jazz to African music. So from Charlotte Dipanda to James Brown, Lauryn Hill, all of those musical styles I really enjoy.
And you describe your music, excuse me, is described as Afro fusion. Is there a way that you tend to describe the music you make?
Yes, I feel my music is both grounding yet futuristic. In my songs, you will definitely hear traditional percussions from Africa, but also modern sounds like hip hop basses or even amapiano, which is more of a South African rhythm that's of a more modern style.
Where did the idea for your latest single, Danda Kidi, come from?
I wrote the single. Really, because it was a way of expressing where I was as a person and as an artist. I was born in Cameroon, Central Africa, but I grew up in Los Angeles. So I've always had a difficult time merging both worlds. And that definitely affected my artistry. And it's not until I was able to really walk into the fact that I'm the best of both worlds and reconcile with that tension between both worlds that I was able to create Danda Kidi, my newest single, and probably also have a clearer vision about my artistic direction.
Well, speaking of artistic direction, the beautiful artist that goes along with it. You look a little Lara Croft in front of this like apocalyptic backdrop.
Yes.
Where did that idea spawn from?
I because I felt like I rose from a world like out of destruction, something beautiful came out of it. And remember, we're talking about like tension. I always felt like my world was never stable because I had a hard time maneuvering, my identity. And so the idea was I am rising out of ruins to be a better me. And it's very futuristic, post-apocalyptic, but still with African elements to it.
What kind of fan response have you been receiving to this banger of a song?
It's been a very, very positive response. In terms of Afro beats and Afro fusion, they're very pleased to hear a sound that's unique. Um, Most sounds now in the Afrofusion world is very modern, very global. And so this is a little bit different, and I am pleased that they enjoy the sound just as much as I do.
What is your songwriting process? Do you need to have a beat before you can start crafting your lyrics, or does it change every time?
It does change. The beat definitely triggers, an idea about a hook, a verse, but also sometimes I write out of emotion. Like if I'm going through something, I could just start writing. And it depends. It really depends.
How much of a hand then do you have on the production side of the music that you make?
I definitely have a hand into the production from background vocals, the notes that I would like to hear, the instruments that I would like to hear, at which place, how long, and also overall the feeling that the song should give you. So I work very, very closely with my producer. We've done a lot of songs together, gigs. And he understands me, I understand him, and I'm heavily involved.
With Danda Kidi out now, does that mean there is a full album or an EP possibly in the works for you?
Yes, there's definitely an EP. I'm working extremely hard to
Mm.
put out something beautiful that could represent. who I am, my story, and also that could bring in or be inclusive as far as exploring other African rhythms and cultures that we are yet to explore.
Are there any live performances coming up? Will you be doing some maybe throughout the rest of the summer?
Yes, so we're working on live performances. I know there's one coming up on the continent next month. So I'm really excited about that. I really come alive when it's just me and listeners and fans, and I could just play around with the melodies. And so I'm excited about that.
I was going to ask what fans could expect from a live Nella performance, but it sounds like there's a lot that goes into it.
Yes, yes, definitely a lot of planning. I am very much about leaving you with a lasting impression. What feeling are you going to get out of the show? So definitely you're going to feel connected to me. I feel I use my voice to really draw you in. And also I want you to have fun, so you're going to have a good time.
Okay, this EP coming up, do you have any collaborations you can tease, or is there a dream collaboration you would have in mind?
There are collaborations. Unfortunately, I can't say too much, but there are collaborations that are worthwhile.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the beautiful music you continue to make?
First, I am so grateful for their support, and I want to thank you for walking with me through this journey. And I want you to stay connected with me so that you can see where we go. We definitely have a lot more in store, and I can't wait for you to share that with me.